So it's week 4 and we are going to look at the heart, Anahata it's called in the yoga chakra system, and we're going to explore back arches and chest openers, so that we're really trying to make this, open up this area and release any tension. And very commonly people get tension here at the back of the heart and tightness across the chest. So we're going to focus on that. We're going to explore a breathing technique called Brahmari, which is said to create a vibration that is very lovely feeling for the heart. And we're going to look at a yoga principle called non-grasping. And this is described in the Yoga Sutras. And in a way you might say that it's a state, grasping is a state that takes us out of ourselves, out of the present. We're sort of looking forward and getting a bit goal obsessed. And so non-grasping brings us back into the moment, back into an easier, peaceful state of being. So we're going to explore that in our practice. And we're going to start lying on our backs. So instead of just lying flat, I thought we'd take a blanket and roll it quite tightly, so that you have like a little sausage kind of thing, but it's going to be quite firm, and that's useful because when we come down onto it, it's going to create a bit of opening, very gentle back arch. So bring your blanket onto your mat. Possibly you'll want something for the head as well. And then we're going to bring ourselves down, so the back of the heart, directly behind the breast area, is coming on to this structure. We're going to try and stretch our body down over this. So your head could come to the floor, or if that really isn't good, then maybe put something under the head. And we're going to start with the arms out, shoulder height. And we'll start with the legs then. Take feet wide, let the knees drop in. And we're going to take some deep breaths. So the last few weeks we've been looking at ocean breath. Breathing out through the nose, you make a little bit of constriction around the throat to lengthen the breath. So let's try ocean breath. Mixed sound. And we want to really concentrate the movement of the breath around the heart, the back of the heart. And then to go for a stronger feeling, for more sense of opening at the back of the heart, I'm going to take the arms overhead. I'm going to hold the elbows. If elbows is too strong, hold wrists. So we're just going to take some more deep breaths here. Feel the rise and fall of the chest. And then to make this a little bit more intense, we're going to extend the legs. So stretch the right foot away and the left foot. Just going to keep reaching, pushing out through the feet and lifting the elbows, so that you're opening the armpit and pulling the points of the elbows back towards the wall behind you. And you can even make that a slightly more vigorous movement if you want, perhaps lifting your head a little bit, so you're as though your body's being pulled in two directions, and a effect is to create space between the vertebrae at the back of the heart, sort of stretch the tissues as well. Ocean breath, in and out, through the nose. And then we're going to release the hands. We're going to bring them all the way up towards the ceiling. We're going to extend through the fingers, reaching with one hand and then the other. And hopefully that will create a feeling of massaging your back against your little structure, your little bolster. So I'm going to lift up with the hands, as though you're pulling your body, the arms out of the sockets a little bit. And then plug your arms back into the arm sockets. So we'll do that a few times. Lifting, feel the feeling of pulling away from the arm sockets and corresponding sort of pressure downward into the back of the heart. So you can do that a few times. You can make it quite vigorous. And then we're going to interlace the hands. We're going to push the palms away. We're going to reach back towards the wall behind you with your hands. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Feel the stretch in the armpit. And then we're going to bend the elbows so that the back of the hand rests on the crown of the head. I'm going to do this movement a few times, breathing in, reaching away with the hands. A big ocean breath in, breathing out. Bringing the hands onto the head. Breathing in, reaching away. Breathing out, hands rest on the crown of the head. Pull your elbows wide. And then release your hands, bring them all the way down towards your hips. Going to bend the knees again. Just going to roll over onto your side. Put your blanket to one side. Coming into full force. So that was more passive stretch for the heart. So now we're going to do more active stretch. So we're on all fours, pressing into the hands, pushing the floor away, rounding the back, cat stretch. Drop the head. Chin towards your chest. And can you move your hips towards your chin? Push the floor away, around the back. Breathe into the back of the chest. And then lift your head, chest, forward. So we'll do those movements a few times. And we're going to do some little circular movements with the hips. So moving forwards and backwards, back towards your heels. And you can even begin to creep your hands forward so the hips come more towards the floor. And finally, coming forward into little back arch, another little back arch. I'm calling this upward dog. So you want to try and relax your thighs, relax your hips, buttocks, let them be heavy on the floor, but really work the upper body so you're pushing the floor away. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. And we're going to just come all the way back. So the bum comes back towards the heels. And all the way forwards. Back into upward dog. We're going to keep the head soft, no sort of tension in the neck, so we're going to roll the head from left to right. Really pushing the floor away. Back towards your heels. And then we're going to come onto the forearms. Bum stays lifted, so the bum is above the knees. We're going to lower the chest towards the floor. Anahatasana. Trying to really drop the chest, press it against the floor, resting on the side of the head. And then from here, come all the way down onto your forearms. So again, let the bum, the thighs, the bum, the lower back, let them really relax. We're quite firmly pressing into the elbows, forearms, wrists, hands. Maybe you need to come further forward if you've got any tension in the lower back. And we're just going to push into the floor, lift the head and chest. Coming up and down. So the movement should feel smooth, free from tension. You don't want any clenching in the lower back. Let's bring in some little circles. Taking the head in one direction and then the other. You want to take the hands wider. Moving progressively, you can move the hands back. But we're making the movement very smooth, soft, no jerky, sharp feelings. Trying to get some flexibility in the upper back. No straining in the lower back. And then come down, just rest your head completely. And then pushing into the hands. The hands are going to be around your ribs. We're just going to peel the body away from the floor and back to kneeling position. Tuck your toes under. Up to downward dog. Then we're just walking the feet. Make it a very sort of loose, soft downward dog. And we're going to walk the hands forward. Sorry, the feet forward, so they come between the hands, let the body just fall down over the legs. You walk your hands all the way up. So do a little warrior sequence with a real focus on keeping the heart open. So instead of taking the hands over the head, we're going to bring the hands behind us, interlace the hands, clasp them together and pull down. So you feel the collarbone, the shoulders moving back and down. So find that position, and then we're going to lift the right foot and let it come up in front of you. We're going to step back, planting that right foot. So warrior one. So we keep that clasped position of the hands, so continuing to sort of draw the shoulders away and down. Start to feel a stretch across these muscles here, pectoralis muscles, and also if you really squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other, you get a sort of massaging sensation at the back of the heart. And although not much is happening, it doesn't look like a lot is going on here, it's quite strong. Big breaths, big ocean breaths into the front of the body. So feel the rise and fall of the chest, the belly. And we're going to transition into warrior two. So remember, we first of all lift the heel. So the heel comes up really high, and then we're going to rotate on the ball of the foot. So we'll show that camera so you can see what I mean. So warrior one, both feet planted, you lift the heel of the foot, rotate around warrior two. Try to keep that grip on the arms, on the hands. And then we're going to release the hands. We're going to let them come up to shoulder height, which is more traditional hand position for the warrior two. But we're then going to take that left arm, put it all the way up, bend it, take it behind the head, and grab it with the right hand. So you're using the grip of the right hand to sort of bend the body back a little bit. Keep breathing. Big breaths into the front of the chest and the back of the heart. So remember, with your warrior, you want to position the knee, the front knee, so that it's either above the ankle or behind the ankle, but not floating forward. And then we're going to release the arms back to shoulder height position, lifting the heel of the back foot. We're going to take the hands into the heart and lift the heart a little bit towards the thumbs. And then we're just going to step forward, hold that position, and down. So we'll do that on the left side. So first of all, we're taking the arms behind us, gripping firmly, clasping, pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and if you can, keep the arms really straight, poker straight even. Firm grip on the hand. So feel that opening across the front of the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades in. So we're going to let the left knee float up. And then taking it away, planting it. So we're holding warrior one. Front knee bend. Back leg straight. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together? One more breath here, and then we're lifting that back heel. And we're going to rotate into warrior the grip on the shoulder blades. So the pulling in and down, in and down. And then release your hands to shoulder height. Your right hand's going to come all the way up, bend it, and reach for the hand with the opposite left hand. I'm going to turn around so you can see this more easily. So front knee bent, right knee bent, back leg straight, right arm bent, and we're reaching for that right arm with the left hand. You can get that sort of side bend, but we're kind of keeping a sense of opening in the heart. In fact, the stretch, this open armpit, is in Chinese medicine, it's an arm stretch. Sorry, heart stretch. Keep planting the back foot, because the heart opens into the armpit in Chinese medicine, and in fact the acupressure points for the heart are in the armpit. So we're going to release the arms to shoulder height. We're going to lift the heel of the back foot. We're going to rotate, hands come to heart. Lift your chest to meet your thumb joint, to meet your hands. And then we're stepping forward, legs together. Listen for your heartbeat. So we'll do a little sequence using a chair. That gives you a chance to do a side bend and feel some opening in the heart. So it's a triangle pose. You put your chair at the end of your mat on the right side. Take a wide stride. Now we're going to position ourselves, or position the chair, so that we can come down onto the chair and rest the elbow on the chair. So you might want to just figure out where the chair needs to be for that to happen. And then come back to your wide stride. We're turning the right foot out, back toes in, hips point forward, arms to shoulder height. So we're going to pull the arms back a little bit so you feel that sense of opening across the chest and a squeeze into the shoulder blades pulling in. Do that a couple of times. And then we're going to swing back to open the right side of the body. So the right arm is lifted. And then we're going to let the body cascade down onto the right leg. And then that raised arm is going to swing all the way in front of the body, up towards the ceiling, and all the way back. And as it comes up, we're going to lift our bodies up and back. So we'll try that one more time. Swing the arms down, all the way down, onto the leg. The raised arm is going to swing across the body. I'm trying to keep a sense of openness in the chest. And then swinging the arm all the way in front of the heart, in front of the body. All the way up. And back. We'll try that again, and with a balance. So we're going to come all the way down onto the leg. The arm's going to come all the way in front of the body, swing it all the way up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to bend the knee, step up into it. It's called Ardha Chandrasana. And the arm can come all the way in front of the body again. Traditionally, you would have the arm up and overhead. However, I'm going to bend it and wrap it around the waist so that we can really feel a sense of opening in the heart. Push out through the heel of the flying leg. Ooh, I'm wobbling now. And feel openness in the heart. So we're going to slowly come down, plant the foot, back to triangle, release the arm, bring it in front of the body, all the way up. One more time, all the way down to 1, 2, triangle. Swing that arm in front of the body all the way up. And then as you're coming down, you're going to step up into your balance. Let's wrap the hand around the back of the waist so you really feel that opening. Balancing, but opening the chest. Keep breathing. And then with control, bring the foot down, releasing the hand back to the leg, swing the arm all the way up. Turn your feet in, bring your hands to your heart, feel the heart, throb of the heart, the thump of the heart. We'll do that on the left side. So take your chair to the other side of your mat, or you can just turn around. I'm just going to move my screen back a bit. So first of all, get your wide stance. Remember that you want to be able to bring your arm onto the chair, so you need to sort of get the position right for the chair. Feet point forward to begin. And then the hips point forward too, but we're going to turn on the heel of the left foot, so the left toes turn out, right toes turn in, arms up to shoulder height, pull back, pull the arms back so you feel that nice sort of opening across the chest, then squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. You should feel quite good, that sensation. And we're coming back. And down. And the raised arm is going to sweep all the way in front of the body and up. And back. And back up. We'll do that again. So all the way down. Just trying to keep it very fluid. Breathing as we move. And to feel open across the chest. And then we'll do the balance. So we're bringing the elbow onto the chair, stepping up. It's called Ardha Chandrasana. So we're turning the toes away from the floor. And let's just take this raised arm, wrap it around the waist. So we're going to work on really opening the chest. So you're not collapsing. No sense of the shoulders rolling in. And we'll come out of that with control, bring the foot down. Come back to triangle, releasing the hand, breathe all the way up and back. And one more time, down to triangle, bring the arm across the body, trying to get some momentum and move from that sense of momentum. So swinging the body forward, stepping up. I'm wobbling now. So turning the toes away. It's quite strong on the hips. Very hard pose without any support. Take the arm, wrap it around the waist so you get that feeling of pulling the shoulder back. And then with control, planting the foot. Bring the arm all the way up. Take your hands back to your heart. Turn your feet in. Feel that thumping, intense sensation around the heart. So, seeing as we have the chair here, let's just do a forward bend from the chair. You could sit and do a full seated forward bend if you prefer, or do a standing forward bend, but it's nice to take the benefit of the chair. So you're going to take your knees wide, and you're just going to let your body slowly cascade down over the legs. If you're a bit stiff, maybe start with the elbows on the knees. Dropping the head, no rush. So earlier I talked about the idea of non-grasping in yoga. It's very key to the practice of yoga. It's referenced in the Yoga Sutras. The Sanskrit word for it is aparigraha. And it just means that don't be rushing ahead to the next thing. Don't be too attached to the outcomes in yoga. Just to be more present, be happy in the moment, that kind of thing. It's maybe happy in the moment is too strong, but certainly to be at peace. So forward bends are a good example of a pose where you often have expectation. You want to be able to bring your hands down. You want to straighten your legs. So we're going to hold back from those expectations. So taking a seat on a chair is a good way to do that. And slowly, slowly, you can let your body fold down. Breathing into the back of the heart. So I mean, with your next breath in, feel the movement at the back of the heart. Really kind of focus that movement to the back of the heart. Do that a few times. We're letting your head roll. We're not attached to the next thing. We're just hanging out here for a few more breaths. And then slowly, slowly, you're coming up to sitting. So we're doing a little back arch. And again, not worrying too much, not thinking too much about the next thing, just try and keep with where your body is rather than trying to pressurize it into going further. So we're sitting perched on the edge of the chair. Hands firmly weighted into the chair. And then you're just going to lift your chest. Same principle really as cat-cow, and you can round your chest. Round your back. And lift the chest. And round your back, chin to chest. And lift your chest. Around it. So there's the option here, if you feel you want something a little bit stronger, to work on lifting higher, you can lift your bum, lift the chest, straighten the arms, maybe squeeze the shoulder blades in, maybe lift the heels. We're not trying to push beyond our limits. No grasping. Come back to seated. Have another go when you're ready. Round the back. Lift the chest. Round the back. Lifting the hips. Lifting the heels maybe. Lifting the chest. Dropping the head. One more time. Round in the back. Lifting the chest. If you're tired, by the way, just stay seated. You don't have to lift the bum. Enjoy that feeling. Thinking more about the heart, in the front of the chest, not working too hard in the lower body, no gripping, no grasping in the glutes and the lower back. Come down. So just take, I'm going to turn around so you can see me. I'm just going to take a comfortable seat. And I want to show you Brahmari breath. So it's a breath that's meant to stimulate vibration, good vibrations around the heart. It's really simple. You're going to be breathing out through the lips, so it's a bit different from our normal practice, in and out through the nose. And you make the sound like a buzzing sound of a bee, so it's like boom, and you feel that vibration coming out over your lips. So you breathe in, so it's quite exaggerated, and then you're going to block your hand, with your hand you're going to block your eyes and your ears. So I'm using my forefinger and my middle finger to block my eyes and my thumb to block my ears, and the purpose is to make the experience very intense inward experience. So we really focus on the vibrations. So don't be self-conscious here. Get comfortable. Blocking the eyes, blocking the ears, one big breath in. So we'll do 3 repetitions of this. One big breath in, breathing out through the mouth. And then just relax, hands resting on your thighs. And just get absorbed by that sensation. I'm hoping that there's a nice sort of vibration here. If you're not getting a feeling, that's okay too. Sometimes we're not always getting the results that we maybe expect, and that again is part of non-grasping. Just don't be too attached to the outcome. So So just going to finish coming to lying down. Put your chair to one side. We had this rolled up blanket earlier, so we could make use of this now to give you a little support for the heart. So instead of having it width way across the mat, we're going to bring it length way, so approximately it's the length of the spine. And have a little support for the head as well. I'm using a yoga block. You have a cushion. Just going to lower your body down over this little gentle support. Heart opening in a very passive way. So lower your body down. Rest your head. Take your arms out to the side. Not too extended, with a little bend of the arms. And where, if comfortable, straighten your legs, or you could keep the legs bent if you prefer. And we're just resting here in Shavasana with this little support for the chest, the heart, lifting, gently lifting the heart. Keep breathing. Completely relaxing the body. Again, this principle that we work with in yoga, the idea of non-grasping. Not rushing ahead, not getting caught up in what we need to do, what we might want to achieve. Just enjoying this moment. And we'll just finish here with one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. Breathing into the heart, breathing into the belly.